Wait, don't take another sip. Seriously. Have you ever noticed your morning coffee tastes, well, off? Maybe it's a weirdly burnt aftertaste or a chemical zing that sticks to the back of your throat. I used to think I was just being picky, but then I looked at the data and honestly, it's disgusting. Most of us are unknowingly drinking toxic coffee, a cocktail of industrial shortcuts and mold. Before we name names, drop a comment with your favorite brand. Let's see if it's on the blacklist. And hit follow so you don't miss the clean list later. We're not talking about just bad flavor here. We're talking about Ochratoxin A. It's a nasty mycotoxin in coffee that causes kidney damage and is linked to cancer. And guess what? It's sitting right there in those famous bags we buy at the grocery store. It blows my mind that stuff banned in Europe is being poured into American mugs every single day. The big brands, they take the lowest grade rotten beans and roast them until they're basically charcoal just to hide the funk. Talk about a total scam. Tonight I'm doing a systematic audit of the coffee aisle to identify the specific coffee brands to avoid. We're calling out 8 of the biggest names in the game, from Starbucks and Folgers to Walmart's Great Value. I'm stripping away the fancy mountain-grown labels to show you the pesticide residues and toxins hiding underneath. You deserve to know what's actually going into your body. I'll show you who's failing you, and more importantly, I'll reveal the few clean coffee brands that actually care about your health. Your morning routine is about to change forever. Let's get into it. Let's talk about that big red plastic tub sitting in your pantry. Yeah, I'm talking about Folgers. For generations, they've sold us on this mountain-grown nostalgia, but honestly, it's a complete lie. When you buy that red can for $8 to $12, you aren't getting high-quality beans. You're paying for a heavy dose of Robusta, the cheap, harsh cousin of the coffee bean. I mean, seriously, it's the industry's favorite filler because it's dirt cheap to grow. But here's the kicker. It naturally carries a much higher risk of mold contamination. These beans come from massive industrial plantations where chemical warfare is the norm. We're talking about herbicides and fungicides sprayed so heavily that the residues end up right in your morning mug. Can you believe we're actually drinking this stuff? To hide the scorched earth taste of these low-grade beans, Folgers uses high-speed, high-temperature roasting. It's a total scam if you ask me. This process destroys the beneficial antioxidants you actually drink coffee for, leaving you with nothing but a toxic coffee cocktail. But the most unsettling truth, and this part really makes my skin crawl, is that independent labs found significant traces of Ochratoxin A in Folgers. This is a nasty mycotoxin that accumulates in your kidney tissue because your body just can't flush it out. And because the US has zero legal limits for this stuff, they can keep selling it without any consequences. How is this even allowed in 2026? If you're looking for coffee brands to avoid, Folgers is definitely at the top of the list. But if you think the red can is bad, wait until you hear about Maxwell House, the brand that claims to be good to the last drop but hides an even dirtier secret. How does it feel to know that the coffee in your mug right now would be seized and destroyed by customs in Europe? Yeah, you heard me right. Maxwell House isn't just low quality, it's literally illegal by international safety standards. Laboratory tests have caught this brand harboring levels of Ochratoxin A that blow right past European safety limits. But in the US, Big Coffee has lobbied our regulations to be so weak that they can legally sell you this poison without blinking an eye. It's an absolute insult to every American family. Here's the cold hard truth. The blue can and the red can are essentially the same industrial sludge, often coming from the exact same parent company. It's a massive corporate shell game. They take the absolute bottom of the barrel rotten beans and blast them with extreme heat to mask the funk. But that aggressive roasting creates a nightmare called acrylamide, a probable human carcinogen. Think about that. You're swapping life-saving polyphenols for a chemical linked to cancer, all because they wanted to save a few cents on production. It's a masterpiece of marketing hiding a total tragedy of human health. You're drinking a beverage loaded with pesticide residues that other developed nations have banned because they're too dangerous. It's not just coffee, it's a slow-motion health crisis in a blue tin. If you're making a list of coffee brands to avoid to protect your family, Maxwell House belongs at the very top. Honestly, it's disgusting that we've been told this is good to the last drop when it's actually toxic to the core. But if you think these grocery store giants are the only ones lying to you, wait until we look at the America Runs On coffee that's serving you a side of stale, oxidized rot in every single cup. Let's be real. We've all grabbed that pink and orange bag at the grocery store because it's familiar, right? We think we're bringing that Dunkin' magic home. But man, are we getting played. Most people don't realize that the stuff in those bags is basically dead by the time it hits your cup. See, coffee is supposed to be fresh, but this packaging is so cheap and leaky that the beans start oxidizing instantly. By the time you buy it, you're paying $9 to $13 for stale oxidized dust that's been sitting in a warehouse for months. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of paying premium prices for leftovers. And the insider secret, it's even shadier. People who've worked in the industry hint that the coffee in the actual donut shops is a totally different grade than the junk they license out to grocery stores. Those bags on the shelf are just a massive cash grab. Lab tests have even found pesticide residues in this line, proving they're using the cheapest chemical-heavy industrial beans they can find. It's honestly insulting. They take these low-grade moldy or insect-damaged beans, stuff that real coffee experts wouldn't even touch, and they burn the hell out of them. They call it bold, but let's call it what it really is: a scorched earth flavor meant to hide the rot. If you're looking for coffee brands to avoid, this is a prime example of toxic coffee hiding behind a friendly logo. Why are we still falling for this? Stop bragging about your $6 latte for a second. While we're busy complaining about Dunkin's stale dust, we've ignored the giant green elephant in the room that's charging us a premium to drink literally carbonized rot. So you're dropping $16 on a bag with that famous green siren, thinking you've finally upgraded to the good stuff. But honestly, the price tag is just a distraction. You'd expect pure clean beans for that money, but independent tests have flagged mycotoxin contamination even in these premium bags. It's a slap in the face. Paying luxury prices doesn't guarantee a clean bean anymore. Here is the dirty secret they don't want you to know. Starbucks is famous for that signature dark roast, but in the coffee world, that's often just a strategic veil. Think about it. When you roast a bean until it's nearly carbonized, you erase its entire identity. It's a massive cover-up. Whether the bean was high quality or a moldy reject, once it's burnt to a crisp, it all tastes like the same smoke and char. Can you believe the nerve? This allows them to mix in lower-grade fillers and still charge you a premium, and it gets worse for your health. These dark roasts are found to have higher levels of acrylamide, a probable carcinogen, compared to gentler roasts. So you're literally paying extra to increase your exposure to toxins. How does that even make sense? When they move from the cafe to the grocery store shelf, the standards shift. It's no longer about the experience, it's a corporate compromise meant to fill millions of bags as cheaply as possible. If you're tracking coffee brands to avoid, the king of coffee culture is wearing no clothes. It's not luxury, it's just expensive toxic carbon. I'm done being an unpaid spokesperson for brands that treat our health like an afterthought. I think it's time we stop talking about the poison and start looking for the cure. Let's talk about that heritage vibe. Some brands like 8 O'Clock Coffee love to lean on the fact that they've been around since the mid-1800s. They use that history to project this fancy gourmet image. But honestly, gourmet is just a label they slapped on the bag. It's not a lab result. When you actually run the tests, this vintage brand is dealing with the exact same contamination issues as the dirt cheap stuff you see on the bottom shelf. It's kind of a heartbreak, isn't it? Trusting a brand for generations only to find out it's just another toxic coffee risk. In their commercials, they scream Arabica at you, but the lab data suggests they're sneaking in a massive amount of Robusta just to keep their margins fat. I mean, seriously, it's a total bait and switch. They use this middle-of-the-road roasting profile that is, if you ask me, the absolute worst of both worlds. It's not light enough to save the bean's natural antioxidants, and it's not dark enough to hide the funky flavor of cheap beans. It's obvious this coffee was designed by an accountant with a spreadsheet, not a person who actually loves coffee. That nostalgia, that old school red bag, it's just a distraction from a production process that prioritizes cost cutting over your actual health. You're not buying a piece of American history, you're buying one of the top coffee brands to avoid if you actually care about what's going into your body. How did we let tradition become an excuse for selling us low grade waste? But look, I'm done with the bad news. I've spent this whole time showing you the minefield in the grocery aisle, so let's finally pivot to the brands that are actually worth your money and your health. If you want to see how low the coffee industry can actually go, look at the store brands in the world's biggest retailers, specifically Walmart's Great Value. At $5 for a massive tub, it's the cheapest caffeine fix on the planet. But let's be real. You aren't just buying coffee, you're buying a health hazard. Laboratory tests found that this brand had some of the highest levels of Ochratoxin A ever detected in the industry. That is terrifying. We're talking about a sourcing strategy that is basically a who's who of the world's worst suppliers. These are commodity beans drenched in the most intensive pesticides possible because quality control is non-existent. It's honestly disgusting. This stuff is almost 100% low-grade Robusta. It's bitter, it's harsh, and it has zero antioxidants. Former suppliers have literally admitted that every single decision is about hitting the lowest price point, meaning if a batch is contaminated but cheap, they take it anyway. You are drinking the scraps of the global coffee trade. It's just caffeine and toxins with nothing in between. If this isn't on your list of toxic coffee or coffee brands to avoid, it needs to be right at the top. Are those $5 really worth your long-term health? I'm tired of looking at the bottom of the barrel. We've seen the rot, the mold, and the corporate lies. Now let's finally talk about the brands that are actually doing it right, the ones that might just save your morning ritual. We've all seen it, the famous golden arches on a bag of McCafe at the grocery store. We think we're getting that same consistent cup we get at the drive-thru. But here's the reality. You're being sold a cheaper, dirtier version. See, the packaged coffee isn't even made to the same standards as what's in the restaurant. It's produced under a different license where the goal isn't quality, it's volume. Independent tests found Ochratoxin A at levels that would get this coffee banned in stricter countries. It's a complete gamble with your health. They source these beans to hit a rock-bottom price, which means they're accepting batches with way higher contamination risks. And because their roasting is totally automated and rigid, it can't handle the bad beans. You end up with a bag that's half burnt and half underdeveloped, a total mess. And that strong flavor you think you love, it's often just a spike in acrylamide from high heat processing. Like every other giant, McCafe is betting that you'll trust their logo more than you trust the science. They want you to look at the golden arches while they hide a list of chemicals that should never be in your mug. If you're still buying this, it needs to be on your list of toxic coffee or coffee brands to avoid immediately. Are we really going to keep letting a fast food logo dictate our health? Enough. We've seen the mold, the toxins, and the corporate shortcuts. I'm tired of talking about what's killing us. Let's finally talk about the few brands that actually care, the ones that are worth every penny of your hard-earned money. And finally, we have to talk about that yellow M on the grocery shelf. We see those famous golden arches and we think, hey, I know this. It's consistent, it's a global giant, it must be safe. But let me tell you, that's exactly what they want you to think. The truth? There is a massive dirty gap between the coffee you get at the drive-thru and the stuff they bag up for the supermarket. It's not even the same game. See, independent tests found Ochratoxin A in these bags at levels that would get them kicked out of the European Union. Can you believe that? While other countries are protecting their citizens, we're just brewing it up for breakfast. They source these beans to hit a brutal price point, which is just a fancy way of saying they accept B-grade and C-grade beans. We're talking about the bottom-of-the-barrel stuff that has a much higher risk of mold. It's honestly insulting. And their roasting? It's totally automated and rigid. It doesn't care if the beans are good or bad. It just blasts them with heat. That's why you get a bag that's inconsistently charred and tastes like a burnt mess. And don't get me started on that strong flavor people talk about. That's not quality. That's just a byproduct of high heat processing that jacks up the acrylamide levels. How did we get to a point where we trust a logo more than the actual science? They're betting that you'll keep buying the brand and never look at the lab results. You're not getting restaurant quality. You're getting a cheap licensed product designed to squeeze every penny out of your pocket. Is a famous logo really worth your health? I don't think so. We've seen the dark side of the aisle tonight. From $8 cans to $16 premium bags, the truth is simple. These giants treat coffee like a commodity, not a food. They're selling you an industrial output that prioritizes shelf life over your biological purity. It's time to stop being a victim of their profit margins. The system is rigged. Since the U.S. has no legal limits on Ochratoxin A, your health is left to a corporate conscience that usually disappears when the quarterly earnings report comes out. Drinking these brands daily is a long-term gamble with toxins. Are you really willing to bet your kidneys on a famous logo? Here is how you take your power back with 3 simple rules. 1. Demand lab results, stop buying stories, and start buying data. Brands like Purity Coffee, Bulletproof, and Peak Performance actually publish their lab tests for mycotoxins and pesticides. You're paying for the absence of poison. 2. Use the organic shield. On a budget, stick to Kirkland Organic, Costco, or Trader Joe's. That organic seal is your primary defense against the chemical residues found in conventional brands. 3. Go small and local. Find a small batch roaster in your town. They care about the beans, not the spreadsheet. You can look them in the eye and ask exactly where your coffee came from. Your morning cup is either medicine or a chemical burden. The choice happens at the grocery store shelf. Go to your pantry right now. If you see one of the toxic 8 we talked about, ask yourself, is that value worth the toxins in your body? If this opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button. The coffee giants want you in the dark. We're here to keep the lights on. Comment below. Which brand are you throwing out today? Let's hold these companies accountable. Stay vigilant and choose your cup wisely. Watch our next investigation right here. Disclaimer. This content is intended for educational and consumer awareness purposes. Our analysis is based on publicly available nutritional data and product labeling. Decisions regarding health and purchasing should be made at the viewer's discretion.